Kia ora. My name is Ethan Flintoft, and my study is entitled A Māori Perspective of Resilience in the Built Environment. The Māori people have long been innovative, determined, and resilient toward man-made and natural disasters throughout their history, despite the many vulnerabilities they have. However, most existing frameworks define methodologies based on ecological or engineering principle, but there is a need to incorporate traditional, cultural knowledge into frameworks. Therefore, a new design concept is introduced. The study of resilience is important to understand how communities and individuals respond to the event of natural and man-made disasters. There are currently many studies that focus on psychological resilience and other forms and definitions of resilience, with only a few focusing on or mentioning the benefits of a cultural understanding for resilient communities. There are even fewer that use Māori cultural practices or ideologies to enhance environmental and engineering design to improve resilience. Māori have been underrepresented in the literature when resilience in the built environment is concerned. It is therefore necessary to undertake research in this area to add to what already exists. The methodology that was undertaken. For the literature review, over 40 articles were reviewed. They were organized into a spreadsheet, and then the gap in the literature was found eventually. For the case studies, 2 case studies were read thoroughly and analyzed. These were flood impacts on dairy farms in the Bay of Plenty region, New Zealand, and the role of marae and Māori communities in post-disaster recovery. For surveys, over 90 people responded to the survey released. For personal interviews, there were 7 that were conducted. Interviewees were of Māori descent and included Māori academics, tribal leaders, and whānau members. The questions for the interviews were developed over 4 months by collaborating with the supervisor. Existing community centres can be upgraded to importance level 4 structures. In structural design of buildings, there are 5 levels of building importance. Table 3.1 shows the consequences of failure for importance levels. The importance levels over here, from 1 to 5, have a description for each and a consequence of failure for each importance level. A building with importance level 4 would be most appropriate for the design of new community centres and to upgrade existing community centres, as it is a post-disaster structure which needs to remain functional following a disaster. These community centres could follow the outlay of a typical marae and should be designed and constructed to withstand earthquake actions, wind and snow loading, and should still be operable following a natural disaster. This is a map of Hamilton City. The boundary colours will indicate to the public which community centre should be attended in the event of a disaster according to where you live or work. For example, if your place of residence or business were in the pink shaded area, when a disaster hits and the structure that you are in at the time is inoperable, you should make your way over to this community centre here. Likewise for the other shaded areas. If these proposed community centres and existing community centres throughout Hamilton City were placed strategically, then people would have a place to go following a natural disaster. Thank you.